Good morning, everyone. This is from Stimulating Minds, Asking Stimulates on all of our social media platforms, joining you on another day with another Rethinking Math. And today, I want to talk to you guys about the constant battle and conversation that's happening with rigor. Okay, so we hear this word all the time, and rigor is really like holding high expectations or high standards, I should say, for students and challenging them, right? And I have been in a number of conversations with educators where I hear educators speak to what children can't do, right? Constantly. And one of the things that's so upsetting to me about sitting in these conversations is because I like to look at from the reverse side of what students can do, but also I think that sometimes we don't realize the power in our words, right? So our words and our thoughts and our heart, we've spoken about this before, are all aligned, right? And so if you're constantly feeding yourself thoughts that children cannot do or something is too difficult, and this goes for any adult, right? Not just our educators, but parents too, right? If you are feeding that thought to your mind that it's too difficult, it's too hard, you struggled with it, so, it's okay that your kid can't do it. All of this kind of language, it really sets a very low bar. And I will tell you a secret. I have had true success. I know this is true. Students will meet whatever bar you set. So you set a low bar and you tell them that they can't do it and it's too difficult. And so you're going to keep, it right here and just have them do what they can do. Guess what they're going to do? What you set. You set a high bar and you let them know that this is what the expectation is. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to meet that expectation. And I have had success with this, right? It doesn't mean they're going to do it easily, right? Things that are hard require hard work. And when there is rigor, it requires hard work, right? My math classrooms have been filled with tears, tantrums, right? People having meltdowns, but they've also been filled with breakthroughs, right? Joy, smiles, tears of joy, confidence building, and success. And so it's really important that we hold children to these high expectations. So now how do we do this, right? That's really the question, because I know a lot of times it's like, well, it's easier said than done. When we have them do hard things, and they have no success, they feel bad about themselves, all of these myths, right? And the reason why that's happening is because we're not focused on the environment. We're just focused on the outcome and we're just focusing on the end result. And so you have to take a step back. When you require nothing but greatness from your students, right? It requires you to build an environment that fosters success more than it requires you to just give them access to hard things. What do I mean by that? So my environment with my students that I work with, I've worked with probably thousands of students at this point. The environment that's always set is one of safety, one where they know they can be wrong and it's okay. One where they know they don't have to come with the answers. They don't have to know the answers. They could have questions, right? As long as they're trying. And one where they know, hey, this is where we're going to try to get to, or this is where we are going to get to. And here's where you are right now, right? And there's space in between, right? But I know that you're going to get to this level and we're going to continue to work to get to this level. And these are some of the ways. And here's some of the things that you're going to feel. And here's how I'm going to help you. So when you're honest with students, you're transparent with them, you set the bar high for them and you let them know, hey, listen, this is going to be really difficult, but I'm going to be here with you all the way. That's how you create an environment where rigor helps to flourish students. We're not just doing mathematics in the mathematics classroom. We're setting children up for life. We're teaching them how to handle difficult things. That's part of the beauty of mathematics. And so as we continue to rethink mathematics, we want you to rethink how math actually prepares you for real life and difficult things, right? And so when you create an environment where students can feel safe to do difficult things, then the rigor no longer becomes a conversation topic. It no longer becomes, can they do it? It becomes, this is what they are going to do, right? And so I want to continue to encourage us to rethink how we're approaching mathematics, rethink how we're thinking about students, and rethink what words we're using and what thoughts we're putting in our minds about what students can and cannot handle. Students can do anything that they set their minds to. I have seen it. I have seen students who were told that they needed to stay in lower level classes because it would be too difficult for them, to where I've put them in higher level classes and they've had major success, right? Where students realize they can do difficult things and it's okay to take that risk and it's okay to fail at it, right? Because the failing is where the growth happens. And so as we continue to rethink mathematics, let's rethink the rigor, and not just the rigor in terms of the end result, but rigor in terms of the environment that we create, and how we create space to have students be their greatest versions, right? So let's hear some comments below. Drop some comments on, what do you think about this, right? Do you think that it's more important to focus on the content or the environment? And do you agree with me or not? I would like you to like, share, subscribe. Let's have a conversation about how environment allows rigor to come naturally. I will see you guys back here next week for more fun. Bye.